full of stuff. I said they won't get me.
Back up on the move, touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. Ain't need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my boots.
Hey y'all, it's TheBreeze and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you want to support your girl some more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps y'all. It's Vlogtober, trying to get the 1K before January 1st. So you already know I'm on a mission, okay? And if you want to see more of your girl, go ahead and follow me on my socials, Instagram and TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. I know y'all probably looking at the title like, girl, you a thief. You just a thief. Let me not keep my purse around you because I know you be stealing. No. Y'all, I don't know what was going on with me, but like, I won't say that we was broke, but I was raised by a single mama in the hood. So it's like, it's not that I had everything that I wanted. And I was hanging out with Slims. If you watch my story times, I got a couple story times with Slim, but one of my best friends, childhood friends, her name is Slim. So I was hanging out with her and her cousins. And let's give them some names. We really one of her cousins had like a lot of kids. So we're gonna call her Bebe. And we're gonna call her main daughter, not her main daughter, but the daughter in the story time, we're gonna call her Bad and Bougie, period. We're gonna call her Bad and Bougie. All right, so at this time, I had to be like maybe 14, 15. I don't think I was 16 yet, but let's say just I was 14. So at the time, Slim had to be 16. Bad and Bougie was like 10, 11. Now, Bad and Bougie, she was younger than us, but baby girl, she was bad and bougie. Like, she was doing more things than us. She was always into like being real cute, being real bad, being real bougie, and like, you couldn't tell that we was older than her. We all seemed like we was all the same age. And what's her mama name? Bebe. So Bebe obviously was older than us, but she had her kids young. So I don't want to say she acted like a young girl, but she was my goals back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. She was definitely my goals. She was just turned. She was lit. She was always going out, always getting dressed, always looking cute. And I feel like Bad and Bougie seen that, and she was just mirroring that. So anyway, they was boosters. They was boosters. So we used to hang out with them all the time. Summertime, oh my gosh. We would be there, let's say we would be there like 5 days a week and then go home maybe 2 days, come back. Like it was like clockwork. We was there all the time. And on school days, like we wouldn't go over there on school days because they lived a little bit away, like maybe 20 minutes away from us. But on school days, because I'm not going to tell you where they lived because I'm from a small town. But anyway, so on school days, like when school was in, we would go there every Friday. We would be headed there and leave on Sunday. And it was such a time, y'all. Like, it was just so fun being in that house. They had tons of kids. Them kids used to fight. Them kids was Bebe's kids for real. They was bad, but we would have so much fun. Like, then she would go out. We'd be watching the kids because it's like the kids, if Bad and Bougie was 10, then her little sisters was like 9 and 8, and then her little brother was like 5 and 6, like, you know. So I think they was actually a little older at this time. I must have been, we're just going to say, I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I feel like I was 14 or 15, one of the two. Either way, so we would just always go over there. We'd be walking around the neighborhood, just terrorized. They was bad. They wasn't just fighting each other. They would fight each other in the house, and then they would fight all the other kids on the block. Like, we had a time, okay? But the one thing that they did faithfully on the weekends, they would go steal. They would go steal. And the thing about it is, like, I never thought about stealing because this is before I went to JCPenney's to be stealing, right? Before the story time that I had about me getting caught stealing. So they would be bringing bags on bags. I'm talking trash bags full of things back. Like, they would leave with nothing and come back with the whole stove. Like, they wasn't just petty. They was boosters for real, okay? So they ain't had no car. So because Baby didn't know how to drive. I don't know. I think to this day she still don't know how to drive. I don't know. But she didn't know how to drive at the time. And their auntie, we're going to call her Fireball. We're going to call her Fireball because, baby wasn't nothing to play with. And Fireball wasn't nothing to play with. Like, they was ghetto fabulous for real. Like, they used to be fighting too. Like, their kids was fighting. They was fighting. Like, any... Listen. So, oh my gosh. That just made me think of another story time. Oh my gosh. The kids got into a fight. Okay. Sorry. Let me stay on track. So, yeah. So... they will always call, or they wouldn't call. Fireball actually was like a real booster. I say that Bebe and Bad and Bougie was boosters because the way that they was stealing. But they wasn't selling their stuff. Bebe had a lot of kids. So she was getting diapers. She was getting clothes. She was getting all the stuff for her and her kids for real. And Bad and Bougie was getting all the stuff for herself. And Fireball, she actually would be selling to people. Like, she had some customers, so she would go out and, you know how boosters work. If you don't know, then I guess I'll break it down a little bit. But a booster got customers, clientele, whatever, so they know that they kids is this size, they this size. So when they go to the store and steal, they make sure they steal those exact sizes so that way they can go to them and sell it. So Fireball was a real life booster, and she would call them because Fireball, I think she had got caught a couple times, so she really was trying to be the driver, and she would take all Bebe kids, well, not all Bebe kids, but like 4 other kids, and she would take them to go steal, and Bebe would go with them too. So Bebe would be stealing, and sometimes she would have a stroller with her. She had the stroller with her, pack that stroller up and walk out. Okay, I am telling you, they was nothing to be played with. Now, this was way before the extra security, the extra cameras. This was way before self-checkout. You know, they don't be playing. Way before Walmart had that door. I'm sorry, y'all. Way before Walmart had that door that you can't go in and out. Like, this was way before all that. This was back in the day. Okay, so Fireball had some big titties. Okay, she had big titties. So she would be putting shirts and jeans and this and that all in her titties. And yeah, but sometimes she would just be walking with the kids like, grab this. Or she would be walking with the stuff and she'll be like, call one of the kids over there and put all the clothes in the kid's purse or whatever. So I'm like, dang, when you be seeing people get away with stuff, you start thinking like, I wish I could, like, because the thing about it is, Bad and Bougie, the girl could dress. Like, she could dress, she could accessorize. She kept her hair, not that she kept her hair done, but she used to do her hair, and, like, it would just be cute. So she was just a cutie, and it's like, I want to be cute too, because I really went through a time where I won't say I was a tomboy, because I still, like, wasn't into sports and I wasn't wearing boy clothes, but I didn't really care about being cute. Like, I just wanted to go outside. I just threw on a clean shirt, some clean pants, and I really wasn't worried about nothing. So watching her, like, always have bracelets on, always have rings, have earrings, always, like, be dressed, Ed Hardy down, like, always have this nice outfits. I'm like, I need to step it up. Like, I need to step it up. So we would plan days to, like, dress alike. Like, she would get our size and she would bring us stuff. But, like, she would kind of be hyping us up, like, oh, I'm gonna get y'all this, I'm gonna get y'all that, I'm gonna get y'all this. And then when she come back, it's like she ain't got it. And it's like, it would be so disappointing, because it's like sometimes she would get the matching stuff that we needed, but the individual things that she said she was going to get for us, she wouldn't get it. And it's not that she didn't want to, but I feel like because Fireball had her getting stuff for her, as well as, like, she's stealing. So I can't always think about everybody else. Of course, I'm going to secure my own bag first, and then I'm going to try to get stuff for y'all. But I ain't seen it like that. I just seen, like, dang, girl, you got all this stuff. You ain't get us nothing. Like, so I'm trying to go. Like, I'm trying to go. So, y'all, one day, Fireball let us go. So, Bebe, I don't know why, because Bebe wouldn't always go with them. Because I think Bebe might have got caught before, too. But she didn't always go, but she went a lot of the times, majority of the times. So, this one particular time, Bebe didn't go. It was me, Slim, Bad and Bougie, her other sister, and Fireball, obviously, because Fireball was driving. I was so excited. I'm like, listen, I ain't gotta worry about it. Cause they have bags, they have big bags. So we just take one of their bags and they, just telling us like, don't be hot, basically. Don't just be throwing stuff. You gotta watch for the cameras, because obviously stores always had cameras. So you gotta watch for the cameras, get out of the view of the camera, and then stuff your bag and walk out or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is a breeze. Like, okay, whatever. So our first stop, we went to Old Navy. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is back in the day. I used to love me some Old Navy jeans, some Old Navy collar shirts. And, I used to love Old Navy. So I'm just, grabbing my stuff. Like, because we wouldn't, mind you, so Fireball, let's just say Fireball had fire red hair and big boobies. So it's like she go out every weekend boosting. Certain stores know her. And they know to watch out for her. So you can't just be all together. And, even without that, if you with a crowd of people, they're more, like, prone to watch you. So we didn't walk in together. Like, maybe 2 of us might have walked in together than the other 3. And, stuff like that. So we was really spread apart when we was in there doing our thing. So I was by myself. And I'm, like, just grabbing all the stuff. And I'm excited. But now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous because it's a lot of people around. It's the weekend. And I'm trying to find me a corner, and I'm trying to find Bad and Bougie, and I'm trying to find Slim, and I don't see them. Like, I don't see them. So I'm like, okay, all right. I just got to find me a corner because, so Old Navy would have like an aisle, a little part right here. It was like these big shelf things. So it was like blocking. So I was trying to get in a corner behind one of the big shelves, like in the cut, so I can just put my bag down and throw everything in my bag. Y'all, so as I'm about to do that, why I see one of my mom friend's daughter, and I'm like, she was like, Bree? I'm like, hey. And I'm like like putting stuff in the bag. And she worked there. And I'm like, hey, girl. And she like, what you doing here? Like, I don't think she really peeped what I was doing. But I don't know. When you're doing something wrong, you just be nervous as I don't know what. So I was nervous. So I don't know if she really peeped it, but I felt like she did. And she could have just been making a face because she was surprised to see me there. But I felt like she was making a face because it's like, why are you stealing? Like, so I'm like, hey, girl, whatever. I think I had already had most of the stuff in my bag. And she was just trying to hold a little conversation, and I was like, I'm trying to get out of here. Why on all days of me doing this, why do I see somebody that I know? Like, not even somebody that I know, someone that my mama knows. So now I'm thinking like, oh, she's gonna tell my mom I'm in here stealing. Like, I was like, I wasn't scared of my mom, but I feel like everybody got some fear in their heart for their mama. Like, I was not trying to have her know that I was out there stealing, because I did not want her to be like, oh, you can't go over there no more, because I love going over there. It was like freedom. Even though Baby was a grown-up, she let us drink. She let us stay out as long as we want to. She wasn't really worried about us. We couldn't like do off the wall stuff like having company. Actually, she did let us host a couple parties, but anyway, so it was like we just had freedom. We could do whatever we wanted to do for real. So I'm like, I don't want her to see this. So then Bad and Bougie came up to me and she was like, come on, we gotta go, hurry up. And I'm like nervous and I'm scared. She like, we gotta get out of here. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, she was like, they onto us. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, all right, girl, bye. So I got out of her peripheral and I kind of seen another worker. Y'all, I was so scared. Guess what I did? Dumped my whole bag. Like, I had a whole big bag full of stuff. I said, they won't get me. And dumped the damn whole bag right in the corner. Because I was so scared. And they was following us out that store. Because Fireball was like at the front. So by the time me and Bad and Bougie, because Bad and Bougie told me to come on, I'm saying my goodbye. She probably like, girl, I got a whole bag of stuff. I warned you, I'm out. You do what you do. So as I see her walking out, I kind of see a worker, and then I see a worker walking towards the front. So I'm like, oh, hell hell no. Like, not me. This is our first store. This is my first time. Like, I'll get some more stuff somewhere else because I'm not doing it. So I dumped my whole bag. I was so mad because I was taking my time to pick out my little stuff. I was excited. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I dumped my whole bag. And as we went out, like, we had to run to the car and hurry up and pull off because them workers, mind you, they can't chase you. But they can try to stop you at the door and they can, like, tell you come back or, you know, whatever. So they was standing at the door. By the time I was walking out the door, they was standing at the door. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. Well, I ain't had nothing. So I wasn't really nervous, but I was still nervous. Like, I don't know if they see me on the camera or whatever. So we get into the car, and they're like, yo, like, oh, my gosh, da-da-da. So Fireball just pulling stuff out her titties. Pulling stuff out her bra. Pulling stuff out her bra. I'm like, oh, my gosh. Now, mind you, a lot of the boosting that she did was for kids. So she had a lot of, like, baby stuff or whatever in her boobies or whatever. So Slim had a couple things. She didn't have too much, but she had a couple things. And Bad and Bougie had a whole bag full of stuff. And they act, because we, you know, it's like, I don't want to say it's a game, but when you get out the store and you're actually safe, it's like, all right, y'all, what you get? And I ain't had nothing. I didn't have nothing. I'm like, yeah, y'all, I got scared at the end. They're like, what? Now they clowning me. Like, girl, why would you dump your bag? All you had to do was just walk out. They wasn't going to do nothing. I'm like, girl, I was scared. You came up to me panicking, talking about it's hot, they done caught on. I didn't want them to catch on to me. I gotta go to school next week. Like, no. I was just like, no. And they're like, all right, well, Bad and Bougie was like, I'll be with you at the next store. Like, we'll be together in the next store so we can, you know, you can make sure you get some stuff. I'm like, okay, good. You should have been with me at this store. You know, it's my first time, right? I need a little training. I need to know what's going on. You should have been with me, okay? So we driving and talking or whatever, and I'm just excited because now it's like, all right, I got the pro who gonna stick beside me, and we was going to Rugged Warehouse. Y'all probably never heard of it. I don't know if it was anywhere else. It's not even there no more. But it was a store that had, like, different brands and stuff. They had, like, you will be lucky to find some name brand stuff in there, but they had good quality, not quality, but like good trendy clothes at the time, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, she gonna be with me. I really needed some jeans. Like, I really wanted some jeans and a couple shirts, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm like, all right, we in the game. So we get to Rugged Warehouse, and me and her go in there first. So we go in there first. We got our bags or whatever, and they had like the graphic t-shirts that looked like A. Hardy t-shirts. So we was getting a couple of them. She was getting some accessories, and I was getting some jeans or whatever. So she just helping me, and she was like, let's stay away. She was basically trying to stay away from Fireball because she didn't want her to, like, fill up any of her bags. She wanted to get all her stuff that she wanted or whatever. So as I already have my bag, we kind of separated a little bit. Now my bag is packed. She done helped me. She know the hot spots because they go to this place often. So she know the hot spots where the cameras are, and she, you know, helping me out or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now it's like we just walking around because you don't necessarily just want to walk out right after you pack your bag. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we just walking around, and she went off walking by herself. So it's time to go. It's time to go. And I'm like, all right, cool. So she like, all right, let's walk out or whatever. So we're walking out, but still it's like she is ahead of me. She like, we don't want to walk out exactly at the same time. So we're going to walk out. Now, mind you, Slim is gone, and I'm about to call her Big Red. Fireball is gone, right? So it's like I'm the last person to leave. And as I'm leaving, my heart is racing. I don't know. It's like when you walk into the door, but the door walking away from you. Like, I don't know. I was just so nervous. My palms are what? Palms are sweaty. Knees is heavy. Legs feel like cooked spaghetti. Y'all, I was so nervous. And then I heard, excuse me, hey, bring that back. She can't be talking to me. So Bad and Bougie just start running. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm about to start running. And the girl was like, hey, no, hey. So I turned around. I look at her. And now, obviously, I know she's looking at me. And she's like, hey, bring that back. Hey, come back. And I was still a kid. And I wasn't ghetto. I was in the hood, y'all. But I really didn't have the street smarts. I really did. Like I said, they should have trained me before we went on the field. I should have known certain things before I left the house. But this is boosting and stealing. You don't get no training. You just get put in the field. So she like, hey, come back. Hey. So I felt so scared. So I came back. I was like this close to the door and I went back because she told me to. Like, she told me to come back, so I went back. I'm like, hey, you, here, you can take the stuff. I'm sorry, like, you can take the stuff. She like, give me the bag. So she took the bag, she took all the stuff out, whatever. She like, you lucky I don't call the cops. Like, she was getting smart to me. I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, whatever. So she gave my bag back, it was empty. And then I walked to the car. Y'all. Fireball cussed me smooth out. She was like, why would you go back? They could have called the cops on you. They could have kept you there. They would have to call your mom. She had to come pick you up. Why would you go back? Like, she's just smooth cussing me out. Like, they can't, I already told you they can't follow you. They can't chase you. They can't make you stay. Why would you go back? And I'm just like, I don't know. I was scared. She told me to go back, so I didn't know. Like, I'm just trying to plead my case. She was not hearing it, y'all. She was not hearing. She was like, man, I'm taking you home. You ain't never coming back. And I was like, never coming back? I didn't get nothing. Like, wait, give me another chance. Please don't fire me yet. Please give me another chance. I need another chance. Like, please give me another chance. No. She took me straight home, got one of the other sisters to replace my spot. And Slim and Bad and Bougie was still in the car. I'm like, y'all, please don't go. Me and you must never part. Please don't go. Don't go. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me. And they're like, we're going to get you something. Don't worry. They didn't come back with nothing for me. They didn't come back with nothing for me. Okay, like, it was just so depressing, y'all. So I got caught, but unlike my other story time, they didn't call the cops. I didn't have to do no community service. They didn't do nothing like that, but I didn't get nothing. All that stood up for nothing. I had 2 times, had a bag full of stuff. Didn't make it to the door. Like, it was very devastating. And Fireball never even thought about taking me again. She was so irritated with me. And then she was telling baby, like, this dummy. She was talking so much trash. I sat on that couch and watched TV till they came back. I was so bored. Like, because the younger siblings was boys. So it's like, it's nothing. All the girls was out the house, stealing, having a good old time. Came back with body bags. Came back with boatloads of stuff, y'all. I was just so irritated, and not one thing for me. But yeah, it's a little short, y'all, but this is the story time for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm on the road to 1K, so if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to your girl. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And it's Vlogtober, so I am giving you a video every other day, okay? So if you like this video, go ahead and give your girl some love. Give me anything you want to give me. Whatever emoji you want to put down, whatever you feeling, do that for your girl. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.